This is my second rant on Wrestlemania 28. I am a huge Wrestlemania fan, and I am a bitter WCW and ECW fan, and I went into this WrestleMania expecting a lot. I had high expectations for this WrestleMania, and they didn't live up to pretty much any of them. This WrestleMania 28, sucked. I'm sick of the WWE fans, the WWE sheep excusing crap, defending this garbage, defending WWE's crap and garbage, and saying it's the best thing ever, or forgiving them when they mess up storylines and stuff. So this is also my first in a series of WWE rants. This WrestleMania was terrible. The backstage segments with Heath Slater, Florida, Mick Foley, and Santino were garbage. The music sucked with the exception of Metallica. Florida and MGMK, they sucked. They took up way too much time in their concerts, and their music was terrible and not WrestleMania worthy. The first match of the night, and here's what pissed me off the most, was Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship. Your World Heavyweight title was defended in the opening match. The winner of the Royal Rumble is supposed to main event WrestleMania, meaning this should have been closer to the end of the show. But no, it's in the beginning. But it gets worse. Daniel Bryan loses the belt in 18 seconds. So they squashed Daniel Bryan and the world title and had the world title defended in 18 seconds. That freaking pissed me off. Daniel Bryan and CM Punk main eventing and all the other undercard matches are one of the main reasons I ordered this pay-per-view. I only saw the Undertaker Triple H Hell in a Cell match, the Rock versus Cena match, and the Rock versus Cena match. I just saw those as attractions, as those are those nostalgic matches that are meant to get fans who don't watch WWE to come back to wrestling. You were supposed to showcase the young guys, but also have the 90s wrestlers here for the old school fans. And in my opinion, you just relied on your 90s superstars instead of showcasing your young guys. And in my opinion, that's why this WrestleMania sucked. This WrestleMania had a stacked card. It was ruined with terrible booking, and it should have been one of the best shows of the year, and it wasn't one of the best shows of the year. It was just a decent wrestling show, but a terrible WrestleMania. The next match of the night was Cody Rhodes versus Big Show Intercontinental title match. This was a good match. Big Show defeated Cody Rhodes to win the Intercontinental Championship. Next match of the night was Kane versus Randy Orton. I love this match. This was one of my favorite matches from this show. Kane wins the match with a choke slam. The Divas match was terrible. I'm not even going to talk about that. Team Teddy versus Team Johnny. This was another awesome match. However, the opening match and the fans ruined it because since they saw Daniel Bryan get squashed in 18 seconds, they didn't care about anything else on the card. This was an awesome match, but fans didn't care for it. Team Laurinaitis wins when The Miz pins Ryder. Next match of the night was Undertaker versus Triple H in a Hell in a Cell. This was a pretty awesome match, but it also sucked at several points. It went on too long, and Triple H sucked. He stunk up the joint, but the fans and the music and the psychology from Michaels and Taker saved this match. So yeah, this was still a pretty good match, but I didn't care for it. The build-up for this match was terrible, just like last year's. Last year's was better, though, but the build-up here was terrible, and it was something I already seen before. I wanted to see the young guys showcase. I just saw this as a nostalgic special attraction match. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and the rest of the undercard should have been showcased better. The next match of the night was another good match. Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. Once again, an awesome match. Jericho did everything in his power to make CM Punk look like a babyface and put him over at the biggest show of the year. But the crowd ruined it. They didn't care. Once again, because of what you did in the opening part of the match. They didn't care about CM Punk. And this, in my opinion, this and the opening match with Daniel Bryan and Sheamus were your most important matches. But WWE didn't treat it that way. Then what was next? The main event was The Rock. The main event was The Rock versus John Cena. Once again, this was a good match. However, it disappointed. Once again, it went on way too long. The Rock was out of shape. For some reason, he displayed ring rust, and Cena just wasn't really giving it his all. And you don't really remember anything about this match, so it was still a pretty good match, but don't care. And the build up was weak. Come to think of it, this was the worst build up of all the matches on the card. Like I said before, this WrestleMania sucked. This WrestleMania had a stacked card, and it could have been one of the best WrestleManias ever, but it was ruined with crappy booking, poor build up, and then just failure to showcase your young stars in a positive light. Nobody cared about their matches. They relied solely on The Rock, Undertaker, and Triple H, and The Rock is the reason this WrestleMania got such high buy rates. Flo Rida and MGMK, they suck. So did Brodus Clay, who also had no business being on this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view sucked. I'm sick of WWE fans defending this garbage. This was one of the worst WrestleManias ever. It didn't even feel like WrestleMania. It felt like a freaking Raw and SmackDown Super Show in Florida. Crappy Titantron, horrible production values. Oh, just garbage. Okay, that's my WrestleMania 28 review. Rant. Dog out.